Yeah. We're going, baby.
We're going. It's live.
Xceleration Fitness Podcast number
17.
Yes, I got it.
17.
Yes, hope you guys are having a great day. Welcome to the podcast, guys, where we talk about fitness, we talk about people, we talk about business, talk about everything that we can do to make your lives better. Today, John, you want to take it away?
This is Mr. Shawn Murphy. You may know him as a coach that sings a lot in boot camps.
But do you really know him?
Exactly. So we're going to get to know him and all the details that make Shawn tick and why he sings during boot camp. So Shawn.
I'm going to step away real quick because I'm going to eat my lunch. I had 5 minutes a day. I'm going to eat my lunch, so I don't want to eat in front of you guys.
And thank you. Take it away.
All right, John. Thank you. All right, guys. You know me, Coach Shawn, Xceleration Fitness. I grew up in Dryden, Michigan, small little town about 45 minutes north of here. In high school, I was a four-sport athlete, really focused on football and track. Those are really my go-tos. But exercise and fitness was something that really started pretty early in my life. And I'll actually tell you a little story about how I first got into it. So my junior year of football, we'd had the same coach for maybe, 10, 15 years almost. And I did really well. I had an 1,100-yard rushing season. Nobody had done that in 10-plus years, 16 touchdowns. For my team, I was the man that year, but I soon had an awakening. My senior year, we got a new coach, and he wanted to see what athletes he was working with, how strong everybody was, so he put us through some testing. One of the tests that we had to do was the 135-pound bench press. So you're thinking 135 pounds, oh, man, you should be able to bust that out, no problem. I got under the bar. The first rep I tried doing, it dropped right on my chest. I couldn't get it off my chest, and I was so embarrassed. I had freshmen that were repping it out, and I was a better player on the field, but that was an area where I quickly realized that I could improve upon. So I went home. I started training nonstop. I was in my basement hitting weights every single day, doing crunches, push-ups, calisthenics, just trying to get in better shape. And by the end of that season, I think I was bench pressing a little bit over 225, almost 250, which for me was
a huge increase.
Yeah, it was a really big improvement. Yeah, huge improvement. And I just got addicted. Coming out of high school, I needed to figure out something that I could dedicate my time and effort towards. And I quickly fell into weights. And after my freshman year of college, I did a bodybuilding show. It was actually really funny. Graduating high school, I was 173, 175 pound, small little shrimpy kid who, I was getting a taste of exercise. I was lean. But after my freshman year, man, things changed. That freshman 15, it couldn't be more real. My freshman year, I put on over 30 pounds. I went from 173 pounds all the way up to nearly 210 pounds. Yeah, so I got
freshman 30.
I put on the freshman 30 plus, and after that, I had a really good foundation built, and I knew that lifting weights was something I wanted to stick with. So I started training for a bodybuilding show. September of, I think it was 2013, I did my first bodybuilding show, which was the Peggy Sue up in Saginaw, Michigan. Came in first place for the teens class. Yeah, it was really, really big contest prep. I think I started at 210. I dropped all the way down to 180 pounds, and that's where I acquired a lot of the knowledge that I have today.
Where'd you learn like that? Did you have a coach, or did you learn it all on your own and just kind of wing it? What happened? How'd that work out?
So yeah, for your first show, generally you're going to hire a coach. Mm-hmm. There's a lot that goes into actually stepping on stage, cutting weight, getting ready for the show, prep week. And I did it all on my own. Ultimately, knowledge is power, and we have a beautiful outlet to acquire as much knowledge as we want, the internet. Go online, do the research, take the time, talk with people, talk with other experts in the field. I have friends that I knew more than me, so I reached out to them, and I started to talk with them. And I just tried to acquire as much knowledge from every different resource as possible, and then I would background check it. You're going to find 5 different things out there that say this, but that doesn't mean it's right. You really got to do that background research and make sure that you are finding something that you can validate and actually is true. So I did a lot of research, learned everything on my own, and that's really what got me kick-started on all the diet and nutrition. I became addicted. Ultimately, at that point, I felt like I was a sculptor, and with the knowledge I had, those were my tools, and I had that ability to change my weight, to reduce my body fat. I must have started that prep at maybe 15, 16+% body fat. I didn't have abs at all, probably the heaviest I'd ever been and the highest body fat percentage I'd ever been. And over the course of 4 months, I got down to the most shredded I've ever been, and ultimately it was just dedication and then taking the time out of my day to learn. So that really kicked me off in my fitness, and that's what actually kind of led me into my next my next venture, which was acquiring my bachelor's degree. At that point, I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do with my schooling. I was thinking pre-physical therapy. I'm like, well, this seems like a good job. I can make good money. You know, maybe there's a few extra years of schooling, but I thought that was something I really wanted to do. And after doing that bodybuilding show, I'm like, man, I want to study exercise science. I want to be able to help others. I want to be able to give them the knowledge and the material to change and make a difference in their life. And I graduated in December, got hooked up with these guys, did my internship with them. Started in the summer, I believe it was in July. Finished that up in December. I got certified as a trainer, and then January 5th, I started at Xceleration, and it's been an incredible journey since then. I've learned so much. I've been surrounded by so many people that are so supportive. This guy right here, Ben over there eating his chicken, they have so much to share, and all you got to do is ask, you know.
And I will say, for those of you watching who are members know Shawn, or even if you don't know Shawn, reach out to him. He's great with, like, I mean, me and Ben go to him for, like, all the dieting stuff. You know, we've done photo shoots where we kind of like, hey, should we do this? Should we not do this? That's why Ben's eating right now over there, because he's getting ready for a photo shoot. And, you know, he's kind of going off what Shawn and Nick are basically coaching him and telling him, you know, do this, don't do that. So go to these guys, see what they, you know, how they can help you, because, you know, I've learned quite a bit from both you and Nick, and I know Ben has, and all of us have here, Matt as well. And there's so many different little things in the bodybuilding world that are different than most other aspects of fitness, but they can help everyone. So definitely go to him. And if you have any questions about supplements too, this is like the supplement slinger guru guy right here. He knows like every ingredient ever made and put it into a supplement, and can tell you all about it. So he's my guy that I go to for that kind of stuff. So I highly recommend that.
Gonna plug myself in here. You need some supplements. I'm over at GNC Great Lakes Crossing. I'm there Monday through Sunday, every day except for Tuesday and Wednesday. Yeah. I wish I actually could get out of there at some point so I can really get into here and dedicate more time to you guys and really just getting more material out there and growing as a trainer. But no, it's been an awesome journey between both jobs. I think working in that industry has given me an opportunity to really ask lifestyle questions. And that's something that we do here with our consultations. But we don't always get people in here for those consultations. But when we do, oh man, we ask those lifestyle questions. We really get to know you, and that's when we can make a really, really big difference in your life, make some big changes. So if you're not doing consultations, get in here, do a consultation. It's going to make a world of a difference. You maybe sleep 8 hours a day. That leaves you with 16 hours in your day. Maybe you spend an hour here. What are you doing those other 15 hours? That's where the real change is made. So get in here and get into those consultations.
So what is your own training looking like right now?
Oh, you know, he had to ask that question because he knows what's going on. You know, I went to California, as most of you guys know, almost a month ago now. And before going to California, I started having some really bad shoulder pains. I took some time off. I took a week off leading into that vacation. The vacation was 2 weeks long. Took time off, didn't lift. You know, I was still trying to follow a good nutrition program. Obviously not easy to do when you're on vacation. I had probably way too much beer. But I'm getting back to it now. That first week back, I'm like, all right, I'm back. My shoulder's feeling good. I'm going to get into it. And, man, first workout I did, everything tightened up. I had a bunch of pain. As far as right now, what I'm doing to combat that pain, I've been doing a lot of mobility, a lot of stretching, and as much research as possible. Of course, we're no doctor. I'm not a doctor. But get out there, do the research, try to identify those symptoms, and try to, you know, make a plan of attack to heal that. And I've been seeing a great chiropractor, Dr. McCartney up in Lake Orion at McCartney Family Chiropractic. He's been doing an awesome job. We've been doing a lot of the Graston technique, which I'm not sure if you can see. I'm kind of bruised up here. Had a little bit of shoulder impingement going on. So I've been trying to get that all worked out and trying to identify, you know, what's causing that so I can really get back into my lifting program.
So for those of you who don't know, can you explain like what Graston is? Because I think a lot of people don't know, but it can be very beneficial in circumstances like this. Yeah,
the Graston technique, man. I'm going to tell you, it may not be the most comfortable, but it really does work. A lot of times you're going to have issues with tendons and ligaments to where they're not at their ideal length, or there's some type of adhesion on that tissue. So what the Graston technique is, there's a metal tool here. This metal tool is actually going to scrape the tissue, and that's going to help to break up adhesions, but it's also going to help to stimulate blood flow to that region. One of the problems when you have tendon and ligament issues is they don't get very good circulation. And ultimately, blood is what carries nutrients, and those nutrients are what heals the tissue. So by getting blood flow there, it's ideally going to speed up that recovery process, loosen up the muscles, and really get everything in that ideal length tension relationship.
So is it like a meat grinder?
It is like a meat grinder. I had a giant bruise here. He actually had told me, he said, Shawn, this is the loudest I've ever heard it. Like, he was scraping it, and you can hear it. It sounds, it was really loud, painful. I was biting my, biting my tongue as it's going on, but it's been helping.
This is really interesting, though, because you are in the midst of this, and everybody goes through this when it comes to fitness. Here is a fitness instructor. This guy is ripped as hell. He is what you want to be, and a lot of people out there, they'll get a new job or they'll have an ankle injury, and a lot of people get to the spot. They're in fitness. They did all this work. They got injured, and they just quit. They say, screw it. I did all this work, and now I'm just going to stop. So where are you at mentally right now with this injury? Because obviously you want to get back on the road to fitness, right?
Yeah, let me tell you a story. I've actually been here before, and I went down the same path that Ben just mentioned. After doing my bodybuilding show when I was 19 years old, let me tell you, after doing a bodybuilding show, my God, you deplete your body for 4 or 5 months at a time, and you're just in a crazy caloric deficit to where you're starving your body essentially. I mean, you get down to a body fat percentage that ideally is not healthy. It's not optimal. So after that, I put on a lot of weight, and I put a lot of weight on very quickly. I think by December, and keep in mind I had competed September 21st. By December, I went from 180 pounds up to nearly 220 pounds. I did not reverse diet. I was young. I didn't know what I was doing, and I put a lot of weight on very quickly. Yeah, I got big. And, I built a lot of muscle at the same time. I was, at that point, it was the strongest I'd ever been in my life. I was deadlifting, I think, around 550 pounds. I was squatting 450, and it was easy. Every single week, I'm like, all right, bring it on. How much more can I do?
How old are you then, 19?
19.
Wow,
yeah,
19-year-old.
And I was doing all those heavy deadlifts, those squats, and I was repping and maxing out every single week, trying to push my body to that upper limit. And at the same time, I was playing basketball. I love the jump. These guys know it. I'm always out here just jumping. If you were in my boot camps, you'll just see me jump because I like to jump, and I love the dunk. So that was something I was always deadlifting, squatting, and jumping. And I developed tendonitis in both my quadricep tendons. And I can't tell you what that did to my life. It honestly spiraled me downhill, and it put me in a really, really bad place mentally for quite a long time. I wasn't able to work out legs anymore. I went through months of physical therapy trying to get my legs healthy to no prevail. Nothing was helping. And with your quadricep tendons, you got to think that's your legs. Those are your motors. Those are the wheels on your body. They are constantly spinning. You're constantly using them. So it was a tissue that was really hard to heal, and eventually that turned into tendinosis until this day. Keep in mind, I'm 23 years old now. This happened when I was 19, 20. My legs have never fully recovered, and it's because I didn't listen to my body. It started to hurt. I kept pushing it. I thought I was young, and I thought I was invincible, and I quickly learned that that's not the case. So that's one thing I want to stress to you guys is when you start feeling something, listen to your body, address it, because you don't want to end up in the same position that I am. But I'm grateful for it at the same time. Ben asked me how my mindset is right now looking at my shoulder, and it's really good, and I think a lot of it's because of the previous experience with my knees. I let that take me out of working out. I let that knock me down. And this time I'm saying, no way. There is no way this is going to stop me from getting back out there and doing what I love, from being active, from exercising and helping other people. And right now it's a limiting factor, but that's for right now. So ultimately this is going to get better. I'm going to work at it until it does, and that's the biggest thing is just being persistent, and not giving up.
So really not looking at it as like this is make or break. This is, okay, the road.
It's a setback.
Each day, yeah, it's a setback.
Yeah, and I realize that, this is a marathon. You're going to come across bumps in the road, but it's how you actually encounter and go through those bumps. That's what makes the difference.
When you're in the games, like, over time, it's going to happen. Like, when you work out as hard as you do and, like, you push your body to its limits, like, all the time, like, things are going to happen, but it's paying attention to them before they get too bad. And when things do happen, being smart about it and addressing them how they should be and not being stubborn and, I'll be fine. I think we've all been there with injuries, like, and then it just turns out worse than it actually is. If it hurts, don't do it, and figure out why it's hurting so you can fix that problem.
The absolute worst thing, I guess we'll go on the subject, but if you have a bad back, I know a lot of people age 50, age 45, around there, they'll have a bad back and they'll be like, I'm just going to take a break for a while. when I hear that, it's like, see ya. I'm not going to see you for a year. I guarantee it. Because they take a month break and they're like, I'm going to let my back heal. And then your brain starts making excuses for you and just keeps snowballing. And then you're like, hey, it's kind of nice not going to the gym tonight. I can watch this TV show. Before you know it, though, you're back to where you started. Yeah. So
it's a slippery slope. Even as a trainer, since having this injury, it's been 4 to 6 weeks now since I've been able to actually push my body like I want to. And I can't tell you what that's doing to me mentally. It's driving me absolutely insane. But that hasn't stopped me from doing mobility and doing stretching every day. And that's something that's just keeping my mindset right.
Being proactive.
Yeah, it's being proactive. And ultimately, it's just going to be a reason that I'm not going to have excuses. Yeah. I'm going to get back to it because I've been staying on a program every single day, even though it's not optimally lifting heavy weights. Building the muscle I want to, I'm working on my mobility and I'm healing myself.
And now you're going to be equipped with that to teach people that if they have the shoulder injury. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's definitely been an interesting process. Not ideal, but we'll make it through it. And then hopefully I'll have something to gain from it too.
Let's get a little off fitness because we know Shawn so much with fitness and stuff. But if we can get personal.
Yeah.
Dating life? 20 years old.
Dating life is.
If you don't want to go there, just let me know. Just so you guys know, we procrastinate every podcast. We have no schedule. So.
Oh gosh, man, dating life right now virtually non-existent. Doing my own thing. Ultimately, I'm 23. I'm not ready to settle down yet. I'm working a lot. I'm ambitious. I have some goals and some things that I want to achieve. Not that if the right lady comes along, I'm not going to turn her down, so any single ladies out there, you know where to find me. Shawn Murphy Fit on Instagram, Shawn Murphy on Facebook. Slide in those DMs. I'm good at replying, I swear. But no, non-existent right now. But hopefully you're going to change soon, I guess.
All right, what's your morning routine like?
Oh, gosh. My morning routine, roll out of bed as late as possible. No, I'm just playing. No, right now my morning routine, get up, make a good breakfast, cup of coffee. What that good breakfast really consumes of, I was actually following a kind of different diet than a lot of people will follow. And it was really a diet that was focused on high protein, relatively high protein. Don't get me wrong there. I'm not exceeding 1 gram per pound or going crazy overboard here, but high protein, high healthy fats, and then all of my carbohydrates really coming from vegetables. This is something that I did before I went to California. And let me tell you, I got in the best shape probably of my life. I was really back to where I was before I stepped on stage. I had a photo shoot done. And it's kind of cool. I had to follow in these guys' footsteps. And that was awesome. And that was the diet I followed. I'm getting back to that now. So usually I'll wake up in the morning, make a couple ounces of turkey sausage, several eggs. I like to have them sunny side up, if you wanted to know.
I do. What kind of coffee?
Oh, man.
Cream, sugar?
Yeah, I keep it pretty simple. Yeah, I never liked coffee. Before I went to California, couldn't put one in front of me. I would never drink it. It would have sat there and got cold. Went to California. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was the special beans out there or what. Love coffee now. The first day we got back, I bought a coffee maker, and I've been making coffee.
Did you Keurig?
I didn't. I was about to. And then my frugal old self bought a Black & Decker.
Hey, they work, though, man. You can make a lot more.
Let me tell you,
make as strong as you want.
Yeah, that's true. You control that.
You guys know I like coffee if you're in my boot camps, because
that's why you kept saying coffee when you came back from California. I'm like, man.
Coffee.
Why do you keep talking about coffee?
Yeah.
It's a new thing.
Everybody's like, Shawn, you don't need caffeine. Don't worry, guys.
No stimulants for this guy.
I don't go overboard, just a couple cups.
So we got coffee, we got eggs, we got breakfast. Do you read any books or listen to podcasts?
Usually I'll start my day off with a podcast. I would love to read, but with my schedule right now, I don't have that free time. Or maybe I do, but I don't want to allocate it to sitting down and reading a book. But what I find with podcasts is I can put my headphones in. No matter where I'm going, I can listen to it. I can acquire more knowledge. And it's very similar as far as you can find a lot of podcasts out there that are going to offer the same content that you can get from different books, depending on the material.
Kind of like what the listeners are doing right now, hopefully. If they're mowing the lawn or lifting or if they're walking, hopefully you guys are listening to this while I do that. I think that's why I love podcasts.
Yeah, same.
I think it's like the way of the future. Right? It's very, very cool. It's something that's really starting to take off now, and there's a lot of outlets to where you can.
I kind of love it for like the mindless tasks, like doing the dishes, like doing laundry, cleaning, like all that stuff, driving, like the stuff where you have to do it and it takes time, but you might as well listen to something while you're doing it.
This is crazy. I've actually probably spent more time listening to podcasts over these last several months than I have listened to music. I'm just addicted. I'm seriously addicted. There's so many great podcasts out there where you can just learn so much, and depending on any topic.
What's your top 3 podcasts?
Oh, man. You know what? I've kind of had a dogma here to where I'm just stuck on one, and you guys already know who it is. I got to give them a shout out. These guys are great. Mind Pump Media. It's 3 guys out of California, and these guys, they have so much to share. They've been personal trainers and been in the industry for 15 to 20 plus years, and they're really into more of the wellness side of it. And that's something that I really feel passionate about, is what goes into being healthy that's outside of exercise, and there's literally so much, and every single day we're discovering more, and we're developing different treatment methods for different things. And it's just really, really cool. So that was one of them. And then another one that I really like was Matt Wenning. I'm not sure if he even has his own podcast, but I know he's featured on a lot of different podcasts. So I'll actually just search for one that he's featured on. Great guy. He's actually one of Xceleration's own. Jimmy Schroeder's out there. He's doing an internship under Matt Wenning, which is really cool. But he has a lot of great knowledge to share as well. Incredible power lifter, just a great philosophy when it comes to exercise and health and corrective exercise. If you're having pains, he's a good guy to talk with too. So that's cool. And I just like listening to podcasts where maybe it's not just Mind Pump, but they're interviewing other fitness and health professionals, whether that's doctors, chiropractors, gut health specialists. They're always bringing somebody on the show that has something to offer, and that's really what it comes down to. And I need to get into this, is not developing that dogma and just being stuck in one way, but being open to other options. And they do offer that, which is cool.
What was your first day like at Xceleration? Very first day, if you can remember it as vivid as possible.
Gosh, first day coming into Xceleration, I was nervous as could be. I know you guys are probably going to have a hard time believing that, because I'm so in your face now and so hyped. I was really, really nervous. Oh, man. Before, as actually being a trainer, I never ran a whole class. I got to help out. I got to offer little tips, help people with their form and technique, maybe do part of a warm-up. But this was the first time the whole hour is on me, all eyes on me. I can't remember how many people were actually in it. If I'm not mistaken, it was around 20-plus people. It was big. I think we were actually in the middle of a weight loss challenge. There was a weight loss challenge going on, so the gym was packed. I was nervous, but it went great. That's one thing that I love about Xceleration here. Everybody knew I was new, but the thing is, they didn't make me feel like I was new. Everybody made me feel like I was already part of the family. If I had a question on something, Jim's coming over and Jim's helping me out, or Shannon's coming over and saying something like, hey, this is what they did last class. They did it like this. And they're giving me those little pointers to really make sure that I'm able to offer the best class. And after that, I was just so comfortable, and I was so happy to be part of the family. But I was nervous, man. I was nervous. I'm not going to lie.
I remember last summer, you were still an intern, and one day we had a free hour, so all those trainers and interns decided that we were going to test ourselves, like the athlete testing. So we're going to run the 40, we're going to do the jump testing, all that stuff, broad jumper, all those tests. And we're trainers, we're all athletic. We think we're just going to kick everyone else's ass and just destroy it. And little did we know, Shawn's a freak athletically and killed all of us. And I think out-jumped all of us by at least 10 inches and ran faster than us.
Ben's still yet to do that.
Yeah,
I'm not doing more after 34 short.
What was your vertical?
34 inches?
Yeah, it was like 33, 34. Yeah.
Pretty good. And through the med ball, I think almost 40 feet.
Yeah, it was. I was trying to break the record. I don't know who has it. I'm still gunning for you, whoever that is out there.
All right. Can we,
Yeah.
We're going to get to the fun stuff here, guys.
As
always, hey, I totally stole this from Kevin and Justin Ochoa from Saved by the Barbell. Check out their podcast. But this is the lightning round, a.k.a. speed round, a.k.a. we're going to ask Shawn some very in-depth, very personal questions. He has to answer right off the top of the dome.
First thing.
I don't know what these questions are. I'll warn you guys. I don't know what these questions are. Kim and Sam came up with the questions. So who knows what's going to happen. You guys ready?
All right, bring it on, man. Bring it on.
All right, I have a question for you. Do you still talk to Forrest Gump?
Forrest Gump. Long-lasting joke. They call me Lieutenant Dan. Look at me. I'll just stand there. Do I look like Lieutenant Dan? Get out.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Who is your favorite staff member at Xceleration?
Oh, you're going to put me on the spot like that.
Hell yeah, you are.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. We've had a lot of bro bonding. I'm going to have to shout out to my boy, Nicky P, Swaggy P. He is probably like my closest friend.
Covers or no covers?
Oh, man, dude, I sleep naked. Forget the covers. There's so many benefits from it. Look it up.
I do too, in case you guys are favorite. Figure skating or ballroom dancing?
I'd have to go with ballroom dancing. I would kill myself on skates. I am 23 years of age. I don't know how to ice skate. Never taken a girl on an ice skating date. I never will. If a girl wants to take me out and teach me, that could be could be our opportunity.
All right, this is a question just to demoralize my day. Who is stronger, Ben or The Rock?
Oh gosh, I'm sorry, Ben.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like,
dude, just look at him.
Thanks, Dwayne Johnson.
Just look at him. I would say that you have better cardiovascular endurance.
Yeah, take that, Dwayne. Okay, who is more furious, John or Justin?
Oh man, dude, I would have to. He's becoming pretty mighty. He's stepping it up, but John is gonna take the W on that one.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Booty shorts or halter tops?
You know, are you asking about for me, or are you asking about what
on his lady?
What's a halter top?
Yeah, I don't even know what a halter top is.
What's a halter top?
Like ooh. That's tough. I'm a booty guy.
Still don't know what that is.
I'm all about the booty shorts.
Yeah.
Put it on.
No shower or not brushing your teeth?
Oh, man.
That's nasty.
They're both gross.
That is both gross. Who comes up with these? I'm going to have to go with not showering. I'm going to put on a lot of deodorant.
Yeah, you can cover that up.
I can cover it up. Maybe I can use some of those man wipes.
Yeah,
I don't know. But the pearly whites, they got to stay pretty.
All right. If you had to wax something on your body, would you do your armpit hair or your chest hair?
Dude, easy one, my chest hair. Look at this. I don't have a single hair. There might be like 5 down there. Wipe them out. Bring it on.
Wax mine.
Yeah.
All right. Last question. Do you have your phone on you?
I don't. Right, where the heck is it?
What is your
Oh, wait. He's got it.
It fell out of my pocket.
Favorite weird talent?
Favorite weird talent? I'm really good at just like singing and making weird noises and just being weird.
Can we get a preview?
Like what's your like top 5 noises like that they use in boot camp? Because I know you make a lot of random.
Man, freestyle song right now.
Yeah, freestyle. Singing. No, I love singing. Like that is something that I seriously love singing. I've never had any lessons, but if somebody out there wants to give me free lessons because I can't afford to pay for those, I would love to bring it on. So you want me to sing you a song?
Yeah.
All right, ladies, I'm gonna serenade you. Oh. Why do you build me up, buttercup baby, just to let me down? Let me down, mess me around. But worst of all, you never call baby when you say you will. Say you will, but our love is real. I need you more than anyone, darling. That's a new segment. Hey, I will serenade you.
Badass. Last question we always end with this. Go through your texts. What is your most used emojis?
Oh, man. You sure you want to know this one, man?
We do.
All right, let's see. Let's go through the messages. I'm going to guess it's possibly that double, like the tongue out, eye closed kind of thing. Let's see. How do I go through this?
Go to your emojis.
Oh, wait. I don't have one of these
iPhone
things.
Doesn't have it.
Boom.
All right, he got out of that one. So that'll wrap up. That was pretty good.
No, if I had to say one, it's the crying emoji, like the laughing, crying emoji.
Yeah, happy dude.
That's a good one.
Awesome. Shawn, where can we find you? I know you already shout out to the ladies about the DMs, but where can we find you on social media?
Yeah, social media. Reach out to me, Shawn Murphy Fit. Most of the content that I'm going to put on there is with relations to bodybuilding, health, wellness, and just what I'm doing as far as my day-to-day. On Facebook, I don't have a fitness Facebook page, but I would love you to add me on Shawn Murphy. I'm just on Facebook. You know, I'm always there to help out. You have questions, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you may have. And I'd say that's probably the best way to reach me. And if you need me throughout the week, come on into GNC. You know where to get your supplements or vitamins, or you can find me at Xceleration Fitness, the one and only. Check it out. If you haven't been here, you need to be. You're missing out.
All right, guys. John, tune in next week, Xceleration Fitness.
Yes.
You know what happened yet?
Possibly having Mr. Kevin Warren
out of
Texas, Saved by the Barbell podcast. So
on
the lookout for that.
All right, guys. Hey, if this podcast helped you in any way with injuries, if it motivated you, if you thought it was funny with him singing, do us a favor, guys. Hit like, hit love, and share this with your friends.
Yeah. Hey, I got to say thank you. Thank you.
That was awesome.
That was good.
Dude, I think that was really good. Yeah. Yo, I appreciate it, man. I'd wanted to be on here for a while, so that was really cool.